When installing adhesive anchors, you must follow the correct installation method. It is important to acknowledge that each adhesive type and application adopts different techniques. Epoxies will have a different method to vinyl ester or hybrid when installed into a hammer-drilled solid base material. An example of this is the number of times you must brush or blow the hole. You must make yourself familiar with these techniques prior to installation of an adhesive anchor. Full installation instructions can be found in the relevant ETA documents, which can be easily accessed by scanning the QR code on the side of the cartridge. ICCONS also prints standard installation methods on the adhesive label. However, you must ensure you follow the full instruction as set out in the relevant ETA. Before installation, please read the relevant installation method for the adhesive you're about to use. In this example, we will install threaded studs with BIS HY Gen 2, drilling a hammer drilled hole into a solid concrete base as per instructions set out in the BIS HY ETA. Remember, each adhesive has its own installation requirements as set out in the ETA documents. Select the correct size drill bit, mark the correct embedment. You can do this by permanent marker or tape. With the drill bit perpendicular to the surface of the base material on all angles, proceed to drill the required embedment depth. This example is for BIS HY Gen 2 ETA installation. Starting from the bottom of the hole, blow the hole clean by hand pump a minimum of 4 times. Remember to remove the pump from the hole between pumps to ensure you do not suck dust into the pump. Brush the hole with an appropriate size wire brush a minimum of 4 times in a twisting motion. If the hole is deeper than the length of the brush extension must be used. Now blow the hole again with the hand pump a minimum of 4 times. If using compressed air, starting from the bottom of the hole, blow the hole clean with compressed air a minimum of 2 times until the air stream is noticeably freer from dust. If the base of the hole is not reached, an extension must be used. Brush the hole with an appropriate wire brush a minimum of 2 times in a twisting motion. If the hole is deeper than the length of the brush, an extension must be used. Now blow the hole again with compressed air a minimum of 2 times until the return air stream is noticeably free from dust. Preparation of an adhesive tube is extremely important as it ensures the correct mix of both parts of the adhesive. However, prior to use, make sure the adhesive is in date and suitable for use. When preparing to use the 300mm BIS V or BIS P foil tube cartridge, you will need a sharp knife, remove the cap and cut the internal bag just under the metal clip. You can now screw on the supplied static mixer nozzle. For all other cartridges, simply remove the cap. You can now screw on the supplied static mixer nozzle. At this stage, we are ready to insert the cartridge into the correct applicator tool. We will then proceed to balance the nozzle, which will expel any unmixed adhesive. We recommend expelling approximately 3 full trigger squeezes or until consistent colour is evident in the extracted adhesive. When you're using a BIS V 300mm or BIS P 300mm tube, we recommend 6 full squeezes of the trigger. You are now ready to install your anchors. Please note, you must balance the nozzle with every new cartridge or when a new nozzle has been attached. Always use the recommended mixing nozzles for each adhesive. Incorrect nozzles will result in improper mixing and may affect the load performance of the adhesive. ICCONS clearly identify the correct nozzles in our product guide. Each ICCONS adhesive tubes are supplied with 2 nozzles. When injecting adhesive, you will need to inject it until the hole is approximately 2/3 full, so it pays to mark your nozzle prior to starting. Screw on the supplied static mixer to the adhesive cartridge, then load into the dispensing tool. We will then proceed to balance the nozzle to expel any unmixed adhesive. With BIS HY, we recommend expelling approximately 3 full squeezes of the trigger or until a consistent colour is evident. Starting from the bottom of the cleaned hole, squeeze the trigger slowly, withdrawing the static mixer nozzle as the hole fills. Ensure to avoid creating air pockets. Inject the adhesive until the hole is approximately 2/3 full. This is where the marking of the nozzle helps. If the static mixer nozzle doesn't reach the bottom of the hole, extension tube must be used. Where the hole diameter is greater than 18mm or embedment depth is 250mm or more, or in a horizontal or vertical downward direction, piston plugs shall be used. Please note, if adhesive sits in the unused static mixer nozzle for longer than the recommended working time, a new nozzle must be used. These working times can be found on the label of the adhesive cartridge. Prior to inserting the threaded stud into the filled holes, ensure the stud is free from dirt, grease or any foreign matter. Mark the embedment depth on the studs to ensure correct embedment has been achieved. Push the threaded stud into the hole while turning slowly, ensuring positive distribution of the adhesive until the correct embedment depth is reached. Be sure the anchor is fully seated at the bottom of the hole and excess adhesive is visible at the top of the hole and some adhesive has flowed out from the top of the hole. You can now wipe away the excess adhesive. If this is not fulfilled, the application must be renewed. Allow the adhesive to cure. Do not move or load the anchor until it's fully cured as per the curing guidelines printed on the relevant adhesive cartridge. After full curing, the fixture can now be installed using a calibrated torque wrench up to the maximum torque. Please note, not all adhesive injection systems are suitable for hollow base materials. ICCONS recommends the use of BIS V vinyl ester or BIS P Gen 2 polypro for hollow base materials. Drill a hole perpendicular to the surface of the base material, the size and embedment depth required by the selected anchor. Starting from the bottom of the hole, blow 2 times with a hand pump. Using the correct size brush, brush the hole 2 times. And finally, blow the hole again 2 times. Insert the sleeve flush with the surface of the masonry. When using mesh sleeves, pre-cut the required length prior to installation. Starting from the bottom, fill the sleeve with adhesive. Prior to inserting the threaded stud into the filled hole, ensure the stud is free from dirt, grease, or any foreign matter. Mark the embedment depth on the stud to ensure correct embedment has been achieved. Push the threaded stud into the hole while turning slowly, ensuring positive distribution of the adhesive until the correct embedment depth is reached. Do not move or load the anchor until it is fully cured as per the curing guidelines printed on the relevant adhesive cartridge. After full curing, the fixture can be installed up to the maximum torque using a calibrated torque wrench. In case of overhead installation, follow the procedures of standard installation with the addition of wedges to secure the fixing in the hole. When the adhesive starts to harden, you can remove the wedges and allow it to fully cure. Allow the adhesive to cure, do not move or load the anchor until it's fully cured as per the curing guidelines on the relevant adhesive cartridge. After full curing, the fixture can be installed with up to the maximum torque by using a calibrated torque wrench.